if you spin out with this thing, you'd have to be a different type of a bad driver, as I almost spin out there. But like, as I say, it doesn't. In today's video, I'm going to be back in real estate car driving with the W210, and we're going to be taking on the windy road with traction control off. So that being said, let's get straight into it. Now this thing is fully tuned, so I'm very interested to see how this goes. Honestly, I would be surprised if I lose control of this thing because it's an older car, as you can see, but it doesn't have that much power, so there's not much room for error. So if we do spin out, I would be surprised. Well, we're going to see how this thing does. I think it should do okay because it's not a crazy fast car, and I don't really think it has enough power to go sideways too much. It seems a little stubborn based on that first turn there, but I don't really think this car is going to give me too much trouble or have a hard time with it. Getting a little understeer there, but that's expected. I expect understeer and some little I don't know why it was red line. I think it was a little lag there, but I'm expecting some understeer because this thing is an older car, and as I said, it doesn't have that much power, so understeer is not going to be surprised from this thing. But I don't expect any like crazy juice or power side. I think it can because it did not too long ago, yeah, but it's very stubborn. It still has a lot of traction, to be honest. It has a lot of, it does, you know, it does have a lot of power, so it still has a lot of traction because the wheels aren't spinning that much. If you see any of my previous video where I took any of the previous cars on this windy road, you know that I'll probably spin out already. But this thing doesn't really have enough power to like spin its wheels or anything like that. It does a little, but it's not gonna be enough to make it power slide out here, which is gonna be the reason I think I'm gonna spin out because they like. Okay, let me just demonstrate. I can demonstrate here. Yeah, when I'm correcting it, it swings super hard because it still has a lot of traction. It's not going sideways, the tires aren't spinning or anything like that. So when I'm trying to like counter steer, it just goes straight towards it. It doesn't like go sideways or anything like that. So I think that's gonna cause me to spin out or crash. But so far the handling is good. It's still handling like it has traction on, which is why I'm not able to like counter steer very well. Okay, let's see how it does on this turn. That wasn't bad actually. I was hearing a lot of wheel spin. That wasn't bad. At least we didn't spin out and hit the rail. That wasn't too bad. But it still seems like it has a lot of traction, even with the traction control off. But I think I know the reason for that. Yeah, as you see, it doesn't really have enough. Oh, almost did the same thing again. It doesn't really have enough power to like swing. The back end starts swinging out of me or anything like that, which is not too unexpected because it's an older car, so you would kind of expect it. Even though it's tuned up, I don't really think it has enough power. It doesn't handle bad at all though. It handles pretty well, which is one thing that I like. Even with the traction control off, it handles pretty well. I'm gonna go back around. This time I'm just gonna try to push it to the limit to see. This time we're not worried about spinning out or anything like that, because it's bound to happen based on when I'm trying to concentrate. But this time I'm gonna try to get at least one good power slide or something. I'm just gonna flow it around a corner and wish for the best, like what we did at the red pits. It just doesn't have enough power. But we're not blaming it or anything like that. It's an older car, you're not gonna be too hard on it. This car is just for like a peaceful drive on a country road or something like that. Like this, exactly the same road, but like with the traction on and just trying to look at the view, not trying to full send it around corners with traction off. That wasn't too bad there. It's actually doing some little power slides right there, and before it did some power slide, which is pretty cool considering the fact that it's not that powerful. Yeah, it just doesn't have enough power to like continue. Once you start going sideways, it doesn't have enough power to keep the wheels spinning. That's kind of the issue that this thing has, and why I keep crashing when I'm trying to calm the steer as well. Not bad, not bad. It doesn't handle bad at all. It's a very nice car to take on the, even with traction control off. It's very nice to take on the windy roads, because there's not much room for error, as I said. If you spin out with this thing, you'd have to be a different type of a bad driver, as I almost spin out there. But like, as I say, it doesn't have enough power to like make you spin out or anything like that. Or it's not very easy to spin out. It's possible. I'm not gonna say that it's not, it's definitely possible, but it doesn't really have enough power to make it like constantly. You can spin out, but it's slim chance. I'm pretty sure I can spin out if I try to super hard. I got a little honesty there. I thought I was gonna spin out a certain third species. Actually, it seems like it's not that easy to spin out. I need to try it on a steeper corner one like this. Okay, never. It's not spinning out. The back end is not swinging any at all, so I don't think it's that. Okay, it's not that easy to spin out. It's possible, but you have to be going very fast. Yeah, it's not that easy to spin out. It still has good control. Okay, to be honest, this thing has very good control. You gotta give it that. In terms of handling, it handles pretty well for an older car. Even though we're trying to drift or power slide or anything like that, we gotta consider the fact that it handles pretty well and it didn't spin out any at all. I think this is the first car that I've took on the windy roads where I didn't have any spin outs. But it's kind of because this car doesn't really have enough power to like, fling around or anything like that. But it's a very good car. It definitely handles pretty well without checking as well. I'd say if I was to rate the handling, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because like I could control it every turn I could control it. So it's not a bad car. It has very good handling. Only thing that I don't like is like the counter steer when I'm trying to like power slide it or something. It's just too aggressive. It's like you just want to swing you the opposite direction. That's the only thing I don't really like. But other than that, I would say it's a good car. But I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Thanks for watching.